When John forgot where he kept his keys, due to being absent-minded, he not only wasted an hour of his time in a panic trying to find them, but also upset his wife as he turned the house upside down trying to locate them. Aisling forgets to tend to the stew she has on the stove, as she's engrossed in her favorite TV soap opera. As a result of her irresponsibility and carelessness, the stew gets burnt, and lunch will need to be prepared once again. Now the same mistake on a much larger scale. The crew and management of the ferry MV Sevol overloaded the boat with cargo by more than 3 times due to irresponsibility and not following procedure. The boat capsized while turning, killing 304 passengers and crew and destroying cargo worth $1.7 million. Roberto sped past the red traffic light due to his impatience and reckless nature, causing a major accident and seriously injuring the Oliveira family. When Ellen's friend Monique finds true love, Ellen, instead of being happy for her, is overcome by jealousy. This causes a rift in their friendship and finally ruins the relationship for good. Antonio has never been able to stand up for himself at work, as he lacks courage and is insecure, and is therefore always in a state of depression. Julia keeps remembering painful past incidents due to her highly emotional nature, and it often brings her to tears. On hearing that his wife had gone out for the day, despite him saying no, Giovanni's pride is hurt. He is overcome by anger and takes off his belt to hit his wife. Domestic violence, due to his anger, has had a devastating impact on his wife and children. Smooth-talking Imran, due to his greed, cons his trusting brother Asif into parting with his share of the family property to help him fund an illegal business venture. The business venture eventually fails, and Asif incurs major financial loss. Now a variation of the same mistake on a much larger scale. Overcome by greed, a corrupt politician has just made the final arrangements to transfer millions of dollars earned from bribes to a private Swiss bank account. If that same money were to stay in India, millions of starving people could be fed for a month. These are examples of mistakes commonly made all over the world, some with consequences that can be quite tragic and dangerous. All of us will be able to identify with some of the mistakes shared earlier. While the intensity may differ, mistakes such as these are predominantly due to personality defects present in an individual. Personality defects are those impressions in the mind, such as pride, anger, greed, and laziness, that trigger undesirable thoughts, emotions, and activities that bring about unhappiness and harm to both oneself and others. Do you remember the last time you were angry? Were you happy? Most probably not. And in every one of our workshops, everyone answers with a big no. People who have more severe personality defects like anger, laziness, and irresponsibility are generally very unhappy individuals, and their minds are always in turmoil. Every action and thought of theirs is tainted with such defects, which results in giving pain to themselves and to others. Mistakes made by us due to personality defects have the potential to affect not only ourselves with unhappiness, but also the people around us, such as our family, colleagues, and friends. Sometimes we feel we are justified in getting angry with others. The fact, however, is that even if we feel that our unhappiness is because someone has wronged us, getting angry with that person only compounds the unhappiness for oneself. With regards to the people who are in power and those who have the ability to influence society, their personality defects can have catastrophic results as they make decisions for society. For example, the red color in this map shows where corruption is most prevalent in the world. Due to the corruption and greed of leaders and politicians, or even the media for that matter, society is deprived of proper governance. It is because of such personality defects of leaders in government that innocent civilians are forced to live a life of poverty, do not have access to clean drinking water, and in some cases, they are exposed to the horrors of war and are therefore compelled to flee their country as refugees. If by these mistakes people get hurt, politicians and leaders heap upon themselves negative destiny, the repercussions of which they have to endure birth after birth and in the afterlife. Our personality defects become a gateway for negative energies from the spiritual dimension to use and control us. Through the personality defects of people, negative energies bring out the worst in society. However, more importantly, personality defects drastically reduce a person's capability to grow spiritually. And finally, if we go to the root, every problem in the world, big or small, has its roots partially, if not fully, in the personality defects of people. Removing personality defects from our mind is an important way to achieve a happier life and have calmness of mind. In this section of our website, we will guide you on a type of spiritual practice known as the personality defect removal process, popularly known by the acronym of PDR. Now, when PDR is done regularly and sincerely as spiritual practice, in conjunction with other forms of spiritual practice, one goes through a process of rapid spiritual transformation that enables one to have a better quality of life. When personality defects such as anger and greed reduce within us, not only do we benefit to become happier individuals, but others who come in touch with us also benefit. Today is a new day, and if you want to be a better person, Don't look at what you've done, but what you can be in the future. We extend to you a warm welcome to participate in SSRF's workshops on personality defect removal and ego removal.